Good day guys, this is your tutor engineer. Today we'll be doing a lesson on factorizing. We are still on algebraic expression. So let's start with the first question. We have 8p cubed plus 4p squared. So let's just write here 8p cubed plus 4p squared. So the way you factorize it, these two you need to take out the common factor. Between 8 and 4 is common. Between p cubed and p squared is common. So 4p squared is going to be our common factor. The rule is you need to divide both terms by the common factor. So dividing the first term by 4p squared, you're going to be left with 2p, and then dividing the final term by the common factor, you're going to be left with 1. So this is how you factorize the first question. And then let's go to question 1.2. You have tx minus ty minus 2x plus 2y. So you can see here between the first two terms t is common, and then the last two terms 2 is a common factor. So let's start by taking out t as the common factor. Dividing the first term, you're left with x, then the second term you'll be left with minus y. And here let's take out 2 as a common factor, or minus 2 as a common factor. Here dividing that term, you'll be left with x, and then here you'll be left with minus y. You can also see that x minus y and x minus 1 are common, so you can further take them out as a common factor. When you do that, dividing the first term, you'll be left with t. Dividing that second term there, you'll be left with 2. So this is where we're going to end with question 1.2. Then let's go to question 1.3. We have 3a cubed minus 9a squared minus 30a. So between 3 and 9 and 30, 3 is a common factor. Here you have a cubed, a squared, and a. We're going to take a as a common factor, so 3 is going to be our common factor. So dividing the first term, you'll be left with a squared. The middle term, you'll be left with 3a. Dividing the final term, you'll be left with minus 10. You can see this trinomial can be further factorized. So you're going to have 3a. Factorizing this trinomial, let's just open the bracket. The factors of a squared is a and a. Then the factors of 10 is going to be 5 and 2. Okay. So you can see 10 is negative. That means the signs for 5 and 2 are not the same. In fact, 5 is going to be a negative sign, and then 2 is going to be a positive sign. So that we're able to get back to the middle term when you reverse calculate. Okay, this is going to be our answer. Let me just show you that how to test for your answer, for your factors if they are correct. Basically, you can just multiply 5 minus 5 times a and a times 2 to test if you're able to get to the middle term. So minus 5 times a will give you minus 5a. 2 times a, or a times 2, is going to give you 2a. So when you add these 2, is 3a, which is going to be our middle term. So that's how you test. Okay, we'll end. Okay, wait, before we end, we have 1.4. Let's do question 1.4. You're going to end here for question 1.3, but now we still have question 1.4. y squared minus y divided by 3y plus 3. So let's factorize this. So when you factorize, you're gonna be having, you can just factorize the numerator first. By factorizing the numerator, you'll be left with, this is called the difference of two squares. Basically, when you can get the square root of the first term and the square root of the second term, which are separated by the minus sign, that's what constitutes the square root of two squares. So the way you factorize the square root of two squares, you write the factor of y, sorry, the square root of the, which is the factor. Basically, the factor of y is y times y, and then the factor of 1 is 1 times 1. Just the signs will be opposite. If you have a negative here, you're going to have a positive there. Okay, then also focusing on the denominator, you can see 3 is a common factor, so you can take 3 out as a common factor. So you can see here, once you take 3 as a common factor, this bracket is the same as that bracket, so it means they can divide each other. When you do that, you'd be left with y plus 1 divided by 3. This is going to be our final answer for question 1.4. So we'll end here for today for all the questions. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe. We'll meet again on the next lesson next time. Cheers.